Brantley Bamberg, 2022 from Riverdale, Louisville commit. Brantley, man, appreciate the time.
Thank you.
So being a senior catcher, certainly there's a role of the job where you've got to know what to go out and say to a pitcher at the right time. How have you kind of grown into that part of the game?
I've taken it from catchers when I was younger. You can't go up there and yell at them or anything. You got to calm them down. Make sure they know, even if they're in a pickle or anything, you still gotta relax, throw strikes, pound the zone, and I mean, you gotta get people out. You can't get people out throwing balls. So
how do you learn over time what works with one guy and what doesn't work with another? Is it just the chemistry factor? I mean, how do you kind of build that repertoire, that rapport between them?
I mean, you learn pretty quick what sets a guy off and what calms a guy down. So you learn what buttons to push and what buttons not to push pretty quick with most guys.
How much do you love as a catcher controlling the run game? I mean, I think guys love getting the most out of a pitcher, but I think deep down everybody just wants to throw a guy out trying to steal a base.
Oh, it's the best. I mean, so far this year up in Tennessee, there's nobody's stolen while I've been behind the plate, really, and so I haven't gotten the chance to really throw anybody out this year, but it's my favorite part of catching is throwing guys out.
What was the draw for Louisville for you? I mean, certainly playing in the ACC, not too far from home, a lot of positives with it, but what was it in particular for you that had you drawn to them?
Well, first of all, I love Coach Mack. He's awesome, and then Coach Snyder, he's the catching and hitting coach. He's awesome too, and then the player development there is just amazing. I mean, with all three coaches, they have so many guys go pro quickly too, and so it was a done deal real quick.
When you already had that wrapped up, I mean, certainly the rest of your high school career, I'm going to say you can stay back and take it easy, but certainly there's a lot more development still for you personally as opposed to go out and try to prove yourself to a program. What was it in particular for you as a senior this year that you were like, these are the things I got to knock off before I leave school?
So first of all was I got to be able to go up to bat and put a barrel on the ball like as much as possible, because I mean, to be able to play in the ACC, I mean, you're not gonna be perfect, but you got to be pretty good, and so I try to go up to the plate and look to barrel balls up as much as I can, and then also behind the plate I got to be perfect, no pass balls or anything. I mean, I got to make sure the pitcher's comfortable and everything. So
yeah, I mean, do you see yourself as a tone setter then behind for the entire team behind the plate? I mean, obviously when you're a catcher, everyone's looking in at you, but do you see that as your role in this team?
So I've noticed when my attitude is positive and everything, and I'm lively behind the plate, the rest of the team is lively, and the energy throughout the whole game stays amazing. And so that's something I have to look out for myself, is that I have to stay up the whole game to make sure everybody else stays up.
All right, I want to see how you set yourself up at the plate. So I'm going to have you grab your bat and take us through your setup. Sound good?
Yes, sir. All right, so before I step in the box, the first thing I tell myself is second base. That's where I need to aim for. Not necessarily hit the ball to second base, but it helps me keep my bat through the zone. But as I'm stepping into the box, I take a deep breath, I clear my head, and then I give my hands a little flick. I step in the back of the box, put my foot on the line, I get in my position, and I take another deep breath, clear my mind, and then continue to think second base, right center field, to try to keep my hands inside of the ball. I try to sit fastball and then adjust, because nobody's going to beat me with a fastball, so you're going to beat me with off speed, so I want to sell out on the fastball.
Brantley, man, appreciate it. Thanks so much for doing that. Make sure everybody subscribes to LakePoint Sports on all our social media channels. Check us out on YouTube. That's your window into everything happening here on campus.